gloves, we're slapping in hams. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. He's chasing the beer, the tickle the lips, play ball.
No, because last time we shared the wrong show. Because you shared the wrong show.
Did I?
I'm like,
All
what
right.
is this?
We'll make sure we share the right show. All right, tonight.
All right.
Okay,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives,
Live!
here on Facebook Live and Strong Island TV. It's good to be back. Tomorrow I am traveling early, so I have that in the back of my mind. I'm very bad that way, where I always worry when I have an early flight. I have a 6 a.m. flight out of LaGuardia. First of all, Steve Oliva, Pat Marone's moms, they're not brothers. You asked if they were brothers when I said that. Moms are in the hospital. So both Steve and Pat couldn't be here tonight. I hope everything works out. We're thinking of you, say a little prayer. So we miss you two guys. And Frank is still working on that play. He hasn't been here in weeks. So we have some pinch hitters tonight.
3 major cast members are out.
Yes, 3 major players, but we're not going to miss a beat.
We're not going to miss a beat. Why?
We
'Cause
have the
an
lovely-
all-star lineup.
Kerry Dillon is here tonight. Daughter of
Thanks,
Mike
guys.
Dillon, Long Island booker and comic. Kerry was here once before as a guest.
Yes.
And we really liked her.
Oh, thanks.
And I said, I need somebody to, and we need to have more females on the show. We've been asked, please, more females, less Stunads. Because we're usually 4 or 5 Stunads. We added Pat. We said, we have Frank, me, a bunch of Stunads. Let's add another one. So we said, Pat, why don't you come down?
5 Italian idiots now.
So I'm not really good at booking the show unless we have Stunads, but tonight, the lovely
Thank you
Kerry
for
Dillon.
having
Lovely.
me.
And then Stunad Patty G is here.
Hello, television.
So we have an interesting guest tonight. Rich Cross is going to come out and talk about some social media, right, Rich?
Absolutely.
So he's going to come on in a little while. I wanted to start with my week. You want to say anything, Pat? Because I always start with my week, and then I
Start
cut
with
you
your
guys.
week, John. Go ahead.
Well, I had a very interesting Saturday. Bob, there it is. Bob, you have the other picture first. No, you don't have the one with the axe because I was going to bring the axe. All right, leave that. Leave the. Saturday, the FDNY had a Fight Up for a Cure. We did the benefit at Gotham Comedy Club. What is that?
That's his phone.
Oh, we did the benefit at Gotham Comedy Club March 28th. Raise some money for Fight Up for a Cure. It's the FDNY cancer nurses taking care of all the guys that have cancer from 9/11. They started an organization, not a charity, but an organization called Fight Up for a Cure. And they raise money for different organizations who are assisting our brothers and sisters who are sick with cancer. So they had a picnic at Fort Totten. And if you've never been to Fort Totten,
Staten Island?
Fort Totten, Queens.
Queens, okay.
Bayside.
Tottenville, I think, is in Staten.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. It's right on the water there. It's an old fort.
Wow.
Used to be all military. Now it's mostly police and fire, different things, Marine and training and EMS academy. And they invited me down to recognize Laughter Saves Lives for their support. The commissioner was there. The head of the medical office was there. And they made like 3 presentations, and they called me up, and I don't have the picture, and I was going to bring it.
Well,
They gave me this beautiful axe, a real axe. I mean, but it's all sanded down and buffed up.
And buffed up on the thing.
Yeah, it has the American flag on the.
We should bring it next
We should
time.
I
have it in
will.
the studio,
I will.
yeah.
I wanted to bring it, and I forgot.
But show us who we're looking at. Tell us who we're looking at.
All right, I'm gonna get to that in a sec. So they gave me this beautiful, and they asked me to come up and speak.
Uh-oh.
You know, and there was a lot of you know what? I'm smart enough. I'm not one of those guys. There was 4 people speaking ahead of me. It was hot out. So I got up and I did the old, oh, God, thank God they let me speak. I have a 45-minute presentation, and like my son goes, one of those things where you get those lips. And then I spoke for like 45 seconds. Here's what Laughter Saves Lives does. It's St. Albans. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So I got up. I didn't know. Then the probies are starting yesterday. The new probie class.
That's the Proby class.
God.
That's not all of them, I'm sure, but it was funny because I said, hey, who's your officer? and they said, "Oh, they didn't send us with an officer. That we have a squad leader, and it's usually somebody who was in the military,
Proby's probationary.
new firefighters."
Okay, new firefighter.
For
Probationary
years,
firefighter.
if I remember correctly.
Say that again.
I said they're like probies for years, right? Until
Oh,
someone else
1 year.
goes on.
1 year.
Yeah.
One
No,
year.
I mean when you actually get to the.
Well, if you
house.
they still call you the probie if you're the youngest in the firehouse, but officially it's a year. And I said, guys, it's really nice of you to volunteer today, and they would have volunteered. And they go, yeah, we volunteered. It's pretty much, hey, probies. I know your first day is Monday, but Saturday report to Fort Totten for the picnic. You know.
And don't dare call in sick.
Yeah. So and it was funny because they were the first ones online to eat. They ate a ton.
The Probies were the first ones.
Yeah.
online?
Well,
don't-
because they
don't
were
know yet.
helping and all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
they
So
don't know.
All right.
it was good.
Technically, they should be in the military. The officers eat when all the people are fed.
Do they?
The men and the women under their command.
Really?
Yes, they eat last.
It's like
I saw that at first day.
Captain of the
during
ship?
Fleet Week. Yeah.
All right. October 19th, it looks like it's going to be our almost gala. I'm leaning towards a VFW hall in Limbrook. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. There's different issues, but we'll talk about it. That's going to be a really good night. And, Kerry,
Yes.
talk about your trip you just came back from.
Oh, no, I just came back from Texas, where I go to that camp for kids with kidney disease. It was really cool this
Hold
year.
on a second.
Yeah.
Where I go to that camp.
Yeah.
Well, you were telling us
camp?
about
Because
this.
I talked about it the last
the
time.
last
Yeah,
time.
but
Yeah.
that's all right.
We have a whole
Explain.
Oh, okay.
It's
So-
quadrupled since then.
Yeah.
We have 10 people,
Yeah, now we have 10.
Okay, perfect. So,
including us.
no, I'm just kidding. It's called Camp Raynal.
Okay.
It's about 2 hours southwest of Dallas, in the middle of nowhere. There's like, you're completely unplugged. I first started going there after I graduated from college. It was a service trip, and I've just continued to go back since. This year was really cool. I had the 16-year-old graduate girls in my cabin, which is like they have 5 different groups of, friends, keeping
right.
track of them. I was like, you don't you don't even know. I was so stressed out. I don't have kids. I'm like, oh my God, teenagers. But anyway.
And you did this on your own time?
Yes.
You took vacation from
Took
your job?
vacation, yep.
That's a special person who does that, young
Wow.
lady. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Right?
That's
Am I
big.
right?
Yeah, that's huge.
But thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
Any stories you want to bring back? Anything that moved
Well-
you or fun? Or
One of the kids was actually leaving camp to go and test to see if a kidney would be a match for him. So
that must be
he
such a
might have
big
gotten
deal.
a transplant the day.
Wow,
left for
big
camp.
deal.
How long
So-
were you there?
A week.
A week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great
So,
job.
Thank you.
That's
Great
terrific.
job.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
And how, can you top that, John? What did you said you fell asleep on the couch.
I fell asleep on the couch, sitting
You went
up.
to kidney camp and
She
you
went
fell
to
asleep on
kidney
the couch.
camp, and I fell
You
asleep
fell asleep
on
on
the
the
couch.
couch.
Yeah, that's.
Did you do any shows,
Yeah, I did.
benefits? Or?
I didn't do any benefit shows, but I was at Governor's in Levittown and McGuire. Oh,
I'm
There's the
sorry, I
axe.
just saw the picture with the axe.
the axe.
Bobby, put
That's
that
the
picture
axe.
of the axe up. Yeah, keep talking. I'm sorry.
well, you should explain what the axe is. Then we'll
There's
get
the
back to
axe.
one.
All right, Jimmy Rice,
Not
Captain.
the excellent
It doesn't matter
transition.
that
by
you
the way.
sorry,
fell
I'm sorry.
asleep on your
I got
couch
excited.
anymore.
I just saw it. No, because
That's
it was
okay,
such.
talk about your
I was
axe.
very moved by this. I mean, we do shows all over the country.
All over the
and all that
country.
stuff. But to be recognized by my brothers and sisters of the FDNY with the commissioner there,
Big.
and you know how much work I put into this, and I'm not patting myself on the back, but it's a lot of work, and some days I'm just overwhelmed and I'm done with this and whatever. And then to be there on this day in front of my peers and be presented with this axe, it really meant a lot more than they knew. I went up to Dominique, who was the one that ran the comedy night with me. She's one of the. She's not even a nurse. She works in the WTC 9/11 cancer office there. She does organizing and organizes the office.
Office manager.
And very, very sweet, and doesn't want to be recognized for all she does. And she does a ton. And she presented it to me. And then Dr. Kelly, Colin Joe's mother from Saturday Night Live, Dr. Kelly, who's in charge of the office down there, asked, she goes, John, you want to come up and speak? And then I jumped up on the stage and spoke for a little while.
You didn't do a set?
I did not. It was not the place to do a set.
Even with the commissioner?
There was 3 other people with axes. I would have been axes thrown at me if I would have did.
John, all jokes aside.
That's what you
You-
normally do.
All right.
Go ahead.
No. Us, we get a lot of gratitude by doing what we do. That's a perfect other side of the story, how grateful those folks are. That
That's
you do,
big to get
that
an
we
axe.
do what you do and we do what we do for them. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not even
So-
it's not even the acts. It's just that they.
Well, it's a symbol.
Oh wait, I got the.
Yeah,
Here's the program.
right.
Here's the official program from the barbecue, and listed in the sponsors is Laughter
that's
Saves
great,
Lives.
yeah.
And anybody at the picnic would have looked at this and said, "Oh, that's nice." I cried when I opened that up. You know,
Yeah.
because I started this from scratch, and to be in an FDNY event as a sponsor, and we also sponsored a tea at this week's golf outing for
Okay.
the Ray Pfeiffer Foundation.
Now let me show you how to prospect. You know who you get for sponsors for Laughter Saves Lives now? You look at all these other
Right,
sponsors.
that's your job.
All right? JetBlue, New York
it's your job
Jets, this casino.
Don't tell me, you got it.
I'm gonna keep the. I'm
All right,
gonna
you
make
can
a
keep
cut.
it. You
I'll
can
take
keep
a
it.
picture
It's the
with
only
my
one in
phone.
existence, John.
I'm going
so
after all these.
All right, you
This
got
is how
it.
you prospect.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know I cut you off. I apologize.
Yes, you did.
Go ahead.
All right, let me just
you
take
were
a
on your
picture.
couch. You were on your couch.
Because these are all my accounts now.
He's taking a picture
I'm
now.
taking a picture of the accounts.
Go ahead.
So I did a show at Governor's in Levittown, and then I went to see. I hadn't seen Goomba Johnny in a while, so I got to see, and he asked me to be on his show, McGuire. So I got to do a couple
That's so
of shows
cool.
there.
Yeah.
So that was great. They were great, and I killed. You know, the Trump impression is my hottest thing right now, but all my
What did I say
impressions.
about you killed? What did I
Killed.
say about you killed?
Killed.
What? I mean,
What did I say
other
about
people
killed?
told me that I killed.
No, you don't even say. You just said, yeah,
you did great.
It was fun.
I did
It was
great.
fun.
I did great.
And then if I was there, I'd go, oh, he
But
killed.
I really did.
But you
Kill.
weren't there,
A guy
so I
dropped
mean,
dead.
who's gonna tell them?
Right,
Who's
so
gonna
But I
tell
really
10
did
viewers
kill.
that
Guy-
he killed?
But a guy dropped dead on the floor
No, we.
outside in the parking lot. No.
Harry Friedman had to take care of
Oh,
it.
and I did a great vineyard show for Harry Friedman.
I heard about it, in
That
fact.
show was great.
I heard about
Everybody killed, except me. No,
it. You can't say that.
everybody did very well. The show was really great. Harry's amazing. Joe DeVito was on the show. J.J. Boyd was on the show.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. That's a solid
That
lineup.
was a solid lineup.
Holy crap.
And you know what was cool about driving out to the North Fork? I hadn't been out on the North Fork in a long time. I drove by like one of those old hardware stores.
I love those.
Now, it was closed, so I didn't go in, but this is what I'm picturing. There's like an old guy behind the counter that knows everything, and none of this electronic scan bullshit. He probably had that big aluminum thing where he hand wrote the receipt, pulled
And
it
you
out.
bring in a screw, and he goes-
then he hands you the one paper, you know, and then he's got.
There
he
was
keeps-
one in Belmore that closed last
Yeah, I
year.
used to go. I used to shop there.
Yeah, I
The,
always.
the guys used to write it on the bag. They were going to put
They would
your
write it
stuff
on-
in,
yeah.
on the bag and
Oh,
add it
wow.
like that. Yes.
I tell you something. There's a lot. I couldn't believe how many ice cream stores there were out there.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
on the North
yeah.
Fork.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's like
Besides
you're
wine.
you're on Old Country Road, and
I
there's
can't
a lot
believe
of
how many you stopped at.
what
Ice cream stores.
I stopped at all of them,
That's what I said. I can't believe how many you stopped.
going and coming
Come back.
But the what was great was the like you're on Old Country Road. It's a lot of big box stores.
Mm-hmm.
Is that old
Right.
country or middle country?
I think it's still Old Country Road out there, and
Okay.
then you eventually transition to like 25, and there's like nothing. It's
Yeah.
all rustic.
That's nice.
And then Sound Avenue is very rustic. It's nice.
You know, I like when you go to these little towns. You know, I travel a lot, and I go to these little towns around the country. I love those little towns. Meeting people, going to little stores, a little diner. You know, and usually the best places to eat, you ask the local cops or firemen.
Always,
and
they
it's
always
some
know.
hole in the wall that
Yeah.
you would never even look at.
Push you
Right.
$7 for the meal of
Oh.
your life.
There was a
Fantastic.
Mexican restaurant up on right off of 110, like on that old Wall Whitman Road, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like a fireman recommended it. It looked like nothing. It was like a little house. It was the most unbelievable Mexican
Yeah,
food. It
it's
was
usually
all
the best.
authentic Mexican food.
Usually the best.
Everybody there was a Mexican immigrant. Fantastic food, and it was different than other Mexican food. It was authentic Mexican food,
Yes, it is. I know what you mean.
like
Yeah.
not Americanized Mexican.
Right. I got you.
Although they did make me the fajita, but it was different. It wasn't the same
Right.
as like you get like at Applebee's. You know?
No, well, you can't even Applebee's, but the Mexican.
so terrific that I almost don't want to build the wall
What did-
because it was that.
What did you have to eat out in Texas there? You.
Tex-Mex is huge there.
Yeah,
right?
but she
I
had
did go to a
cafeteria,
Mexican
right?
restaurant. Well, at camp, yes, but I went the day before, and I had some margaritas at a Mexican.
Oh, I'm
place.
sure.
Yeah.
You're looking
so.
at
I was asking about food. She goes,
I'm
right.
asking about
know.
the food.
Well.
How was the food?
And we had something to eat too.
Yeah, the food was good. I'm a very particular eater. I'm
Yeah.
like, I
look
like
like a
Del
particular
Fuego,
eater.
like I'm the American.
Did they?
I
give
went
you,
to
the
Honduras
portions are
and-
big, right? They give you big portions there.
They were
Mediocre?
Like the same,
Yeah.
yeah.
We eat too
And
much.
And where did you fly in? You flew into Dallas?
Flew into Dallas.
But did you go through Dallas at all? Have you ever been to Dallas?
Yes.
I've been to Dallas like 3-4 times. It's a
I've-
very interesting place.
I've
Yeah.
been through Dallas. I don't know if I
Yeah,
ever
I-
stopped in Dallas.
You never went to Dewey Plaza where they popped Kennedy?
Oh,
I
yeah,
say
I've
they
seen
because
that.
it was definitely more than one assassin.
Yes.
I
I've been
walked the
there.
whole thing, and I'm
Okay.
like,
You figured it out that day? It was more than one
I
assassin? You
figured it out in 5 minutes based on Kevin Costner back and to the left,
Right, right.
and the fence is the perfect headshot angle, perfect.
And
a
have
piece-
you
And a piece of
Written
his.
your-
Okay. I don't want to
Findings?
start nothing here. I'm a lone assassin believer, so
No,
I don't want to
please.
start
A
debating.
piece of his head was found
All
across
right,
the
let's
way.
not get into
Let's
it.
not get into
You're not
it.
going to solve it here, you two.
Who's on the phone?
We have a caller,
have a
Laughter
caller.
Saves Lives live.
It's Oswald.
Hi, John. How are you?
Is this Bobby?
It is Bobby. It's nice to talk to you, John.
It's nice to talk to you too, Bobby. Have you been watching the show at all?
Who's Bobby? I don't know. Oh, Bobby
I
Dolan.
actually just got back from visiting my mom at the nursing home. So
All
I'm
right,
just back
yeah.
in the car now.
Another one
All
with
right.
the mother.
Well, thank you for calling in. Bobby is Michael's mother, correct, Bobby?
I am Michael's mother. That is correct.
And we are doing the show Saturday for Michael Dolan at the Baldwin Fire Department. And
You are.
What's that?
You are. I said you are because you are so amazing, John. You
Oh,
are such a
my-
wonderful person. I'm so excited about this.
I don't think
And
we can
so
bring
is
Rich
Michael.
out. We're going to let Bobby talk for the next 45 minutes, I think, Rich.
He loves compliments.
I don't get him at home. Well, that's very sweet of you to say. We want to make a little bit of a difference at Laughter Saves Lives. Any little bit helps. How is Michael feeling today?
Michael is feeling good today. He's been home from the hospital he was in the hospital for about 2 months, and he's home for a couple of weeks now, and he's doing a lot better now that he's home.
Good.
But, he kind of really misses seeing his fire department buddies.
Yeah.
So he's really looking forward to that and stuff. So he's doing good. He had a rough time of it the last 2 months.
That's what I
had
heard.
been in
That's
the
what I
hos-
heard.
Yeah, he'd been in the hospital. He'd been at LIJ because he had some problems. The cancer had gone to his spine.
Right.
So he had some problems with that, but they were able to help him with that. So then he went to rehab at Glen Cove. But then he got a little bit of pneumonia, so he went back to LIJ. And
boy.
then he went back to rehab, and then he came home, and then he had another virus, and he went back to LIJ.
Jeez.
But thanks, like I said, he's home. He's doing good. And we
Well-
saw the oncologist this past week, and they were really happy with his progress.
Good.
And we just hope that that continues to do
Yes,
that. You know,
and
he's
we
on
do
this
too.
new kind of medicine, the targeted therapy, and it seems to be helping him.
Good.
So we're really happy about that. It's just crazy. It's just a crazy kind of thing and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I'm
like
sure.
I
I'm
said,
sure
he's-
Saturday's going to pick up his
he's really
spirits.
what's that?
I'm sure Saturday's going to pick up his spirits being around all his friends.
Absolutely. That's really the best medicine
Yes.
that he's going to have is because the comedy is always good. You know that you do I'm in First Aid, and you do our comedy show, and we really always really enjoy it. The comedians are amazing and stuff, and it's really a lot of fun and stuff. So it's going to be really good for him to laugh and have a good time. And like I said, and to see everybody. So really looking forward to it. A lot of my friends are coming. I got family from out of town that's coming.
Oh wow!
So it's going to be nice.
So we better be funny. We better be funny Saturday.
Who's on the show?
Yeah.
We have
Oh, you always are funny.
we have
You
a
always
Laughter
are funny,
Saves
though.
Lives.
I don't know. I'm not worried about you. being
we have a
funny.
Laughter.
You should worry about it.
We have Steve Oliver and Frank's coming and Pat, and then we
I
have
know. I saw that.
It's the whole.
Paul.
I saw it.
Yeah,
I
and
saw
our
that.
headliner is Roy Lane.
You got a great lineup. And
Yeah, it's
stuff.
gonna be a good
It's
show.
So you have the
It's going to be a lot
entire
of fun.
Laughter Saves Lives live cast except me.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
Okay.
Because, do you have a gig Saturday?
I already have a gig. I can't.
Because
do it.
I asked you.
Yeah, you did.
First,
Yeah,
before the other
I
thing.
know. Yeah,
Oh, all right.
I just want to mention.
All
yeah.
right. Bobby, we got to go because we got a guest coming on. I appreciate you calling
Okay.
in. Tell Michael we look forward to seeing him on Saturday.
Thank you again, Don. You are the best. You're a great person, and I really love that you're doing this for Michael.
Oh, it's the least
I
we can
can't
do.
even begin to thank you. And like I said, this is going to be great. Like I said, if this doesn't get him better, really, I don't know what else is going to make him better.
All right, great. All right, we'll see you on
Alrighty.
Saturday.
I look forward to seeing you. You're the best. Take
All
care.
right, Bobby.
Bye-bye.
Bobby, can we run the Life Act commercial and then we'll bring out Rich?
Why doesn't this stay where I'm
When someone is choking, brain damage can occur after just 4 minutes. Did you know every 5 days a child dies because of a choking accident?
My name is Art Lee. I invented LifeVac to protect my family. LifeVac is an easy-to-use suction device with a special one-way valve to help save a choking victim.
I care for my dad, who's prone to choking. Having LifeVac in my home gives me peace of mind.
Protect your family. Buy LifeVac now.
Thank you, Daddy.
Call 1-877-LifeVac or visit lifevac.net.
Yes, sir.
Good. Oh, Rich, come over a little more, buddy. We want to get that whole handsome face.
He'll
in
lapse
there.
him.
John doesn't.
I know, if I move back, if I move back a little too. All right.
Holy shit, you're alive.
All right, just invited a ton of
That's
people.
when he's really
see
good
where
with,
we
this,
are.
with the social media. What's that? We're on the air. Hey, we're back. Thank God we have Bobby here.
We're on the
We
air.
no, we were doing that old cool thing. We knew we were on the air.
Oh yeah.
But you know,
That's
we
where
were
we are.
very
Playing
artistic.
possum, it's
very.
called.
What is it
Playing
called?
Playing possum.
Playing possum.
We
All right.
really need to hire a director. I'll do it. I don't mind
Do it.
being the director.
All right, we need a director. You got a face for director.
I got a face.
let's-
for
Or
off
just someone
camera.
that
Let's
says you're
Welcome,
hard.
Richard Krause. Am I pronouncing Cruz?
Cruz.
Why am I saying Krause?
Krause would be with an A.
No A. Like There's no Ted A. Cruz.
All right,
Yeah.
let me do that again.
Cruz.
Welcome, Richard Cruz. Richard.
Oh God.
You're getting there. John, please
Just keep
introduce him.
talking.
It's been a long
Welcome,
day.
Richard Cruz.
Thank you for coming down, buddy.
There he is.
You know, tell us a little bit about where we met, Richard, initially.
Where do we meet him?
You don't remember?
No.
What are you wearing?
At the Met game.
What are you wearing?
Pat Marone's friend.
Oh, yeah. You look totally
At
different
the
that night.
at the M&M seats.
When
at
you
the
cannot
No, I didn't have a
get
sport
M&Ms.
jacket on, and I had the whole garb and baseball
You
garb
had all the
on and
baseball-
You know,
everything,
we
you
had so much fun that night.
was a
Those
great
seats,
night.
we sat in,
It was a great night.
in over the outfield. There's like 2 rows of seats, so you get there early for batting practice and you can catch a lot of balls. But then they're just perfect seats, you know. to
The
be
M&M sweet seats.
M&M sweet seats.
Yes,
It was
which
great.
you
It was a
cannot
great
get
night.
M&Ms on.
Right, except in the cookies,
cookies.
at the end.
In the cookies.
Cookies at the end.
Before
was
we
the
get
only
into
place.
Richard, because I wanted to talk to Richard a little bit about social media. He was nice enough to meet with me the other day and give me some time to try to help me with Laughter Saves Lives and social media issues. And but before we get to that, I just wanted to talk Mets for 2 seconds.
Okay?
2 seconds. This is, and I know, you're having a heart attack and all that, but you don't get specific into it. But people are talking about them trading one of their big pitchers. And, you know, this goes back to childhood. Like, you know, oh my God, that's one of our guys, and you know, how could they do that? But it kind of would be exciting to get 4 good players, maybe 2 starters and 2 guys, because we need to build a little bit, because we don't have anything coming up.
The Mets been building for a few years now. They just can't get it.
You don't like the idea of trading DeGrom?
No.
I don't like it, love it, but I can understand
I
it.
think if you trade him, I think there goes another portion of the audience. You know, I think the fans goes with it. You know,
yeah.
a lot of
Wheeler's-
DeGrom fans.
Yeah.
Wheeler's a free agent next year, so I think you're going to trade Familia, Wheeler, and DeGrom.
Could
You
be.
got to get back Major Hall for that. And because
You got to
DeGrom,
keep Syndergaard. You can't trade him. He's young.
because the Cespedes contract is $30 million a year wasted. He's never playing again. You've got $13 million.
He's playing
Bruce.
again.
He might play 80 games. He's not going to be good again until he's got to go for contract year. That's the unfortunate part of him. He's lazy.
I don't want to get to Cespedes. I'm just saying that trading a major player like that is an emotional thing, and it's kind of funny to listen to the
You
fans.
can't get
and,
emotional about
you know,
baseball. So
It's
you gotta-
business.
you gotta-
All right, let's get into Richard.
Hey, can I
So-
say the first?
Yes, please.
Did you guys? Are you guys looking at? No. The answer is
No,
no. We're
it's
talking about
behind.
social media.
He's looking-
So
he's
we got
looking-
one guy.
I got
it.
So I invited. Okay,
Right.
we got to get all you guys to do it now. Invite everybody on the live show.
Right.
And look at this. If you're looking on there, first of all, I just want to say hello. These are a bunch of buddies all across the country.
Your
that's
buddies?
tuning in. Yes.
Okay,
So
great.
first of all, hey J-Man, hey Robin, one of my colleagues at Douglas Elliman, Manny Morales, a friend from when I was in the tech world. Mike DeLuise. Mike was a Long Island guy out here. He is now in Eugene, Oregon. Hey, Mike.
Hey,
dear
It's our
friend.
first view in Oregon.
Yeah, it's amazing. And
please tune in every week, even when he's not here.
and Terry Alessi Maselli, who is the head of the HIA, the Hop Hog Industrial Association. Terry, thank
That's
you.
big.
And Michael Schenkler and
Where are all
Patricia
these people?
Stack. Oh, and Kathleen Gobus.
These are all
She used to
his
be the
followers.
publisher of Long Island Business News. She is now in Colorado and in journalism out there and doing a whole bunch of stuff.
What is so cool about this is
all over
these
the
are
place.
all of his followers, and this is why he sat me down and you got to do a better job with social media. And I'm
He's
terrible.
interesting.
Oh,
Well, hold on a second.
no,
Hold on.
not
Rich,
only is he
do
interesting-
you have any more people you need to say hello
Yes,
to?
and also Michelle Kemp. I got to tell you. Let me tell you who Michelle is.
Go ahead.
And it's a very important person in my life, Michelle,
Okay.
and her husband Brian. You know what they do? They run Long Island Avenue Auto Repair. Without them, I'd be sunk. They are the best.
Yeah.
What
What town?
My dad used to go to Brian's father like for 40 years. And unfortunately, both Brian's dad and my dad, they were good friends. They both passed, but now I've been going there for 20 years with Brian and Michelle, and they are the best.
A
And
future
she's-
sponsor of the
and
show,
she's
I would
watching.
say.
She's
Rich,
watching.
do you
now.
get into a lot of car crashes? Is that it? I'm a little nervous about that.
I am a car guy, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am a car guy.
apologize.
Future
Missed that in
sponsor
the bio.
Yeah.
of the show.
And Wendy Meyer. Wendy, thank you. Wendy.
No, what, you
is-
don't see them on there?
Wendy is such a fan. She likes everything and makes comments. Thank
Hey,
you,
Wendy.
And say hi to Harry.
How many people do you show watching the show?
I only have let's see, I have 6,483 right now.
No, not
watching
people
the show?
watching live.
No.
Oh,
I show 6.
Plus,
Yes,
that
six.
includes us 5.
600. Now it's 700.
no, six.
Each numeral is 100.
Don't
I don't know
say
if you're
six.
not aware of that. Then
No.
you can do that. Each numeral is 100. Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Wait a second. Each one of these is 100?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
not
thought it
listening.
was 7 people.
Yeah.
No,
come on.
all right. So tell us.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Oh
We
my
have
God.
700 people.
Now that we just lost our license
no.
with the cursing.
Now tell us, Rich, a little bit about social media in general. I mean, we're a foundation. We're a foundation. Laughter Saves Lives.
Yes.
Right. We have separate comic pages. Do you have? What do you do on social media? You do LinkedIn
I don't
and
do
just.
much,
Oh.
to be honest. I know. I like my privacy
But
sometimes.
because
I
you don't have a
really do.
business.
I used to pursue acting, so I had it then and
You had
stuff.
it then.
But I do
You know,
like my
and this is one of the
privacy.
points I wanted to bring up. Let's take Carrie for an example. All right. You're probably on LinkedIn, I would think, right? And you're on Facebook. Okay, that's it. Do you tweet?
Instagram, I don't tweet. I have a Twitter handle, but
But you don't tweet. And
You're on the
Instagram.
Twitter?
Yeah, I'm on the Twitter.
Do you,
What?
do you, do you
Instagram, I do 100 happy days, like
And
every
you don't
year.
do
I try.
Snapchat.
You do Snapface?
No,
No,
I
but
have
these-
it. I just don't really use
No,
it.
my little one does it all the time. Hey, so, for somebody like, let's start with somebody like her.
Right.
The average person who has a job, right? What should she be on, and
Well,
why?
first of all, everyone is selling something, right? We're selling something. We're selling. Comedians want to get more gigs. They got to get known. You got to brand yourself. Everybody's branding themselves to try to sell something. Whether it's a nonprofit. Okay, we're doing a fundraiser.
Right.
It's to help firefighters. It's help police, help first responders. Okay, which really everybody I think is doing anyway. And if you're not, you should be. And for that reason alone, they should be on here sharing Laughter Saves Lives, the flyer that's on Facebook. Okay, and I put it on Twitter.
I thank you.
And
I saw you
everybody should be sharing that. Click like on Facebook. Click like, make a comment, and then share. That's what everyone needs to do. But before you can do that, you need to be active on the account, and of course, really, you got to have an account. A lot of people say they have an account, I check it, they don't even have an account. Or they have an account, and I check their latest update, and it's from 2012.
But
So
why
you're talking
for
Facebook?
Kerry?
Facebook, yes.
Why for Kerry is that a problem? I know for me, if I'm not sending it enough, but you're saying other than the fact that she would want to help me with my foundation
Right.
and send things
Yes.
out, other friends.
Yes.
But other than that, she doesn't really need to tweet every day, right?
Well, listen, everybody, I mean, everybody is promoting something. So if you're promoting something, you need to be on there every day, because otherwise you get lost in the shuffle. You know, there's billions of people that are on these things now every day. The amount of tweets, there's 1 billion tweets a day. It is all over the world.
How many tweets do you do a day? You told me the other day.
You know, I could easily do 100 tweets a day.
100?
And that's not from his account, though. That's for different people.
No, that's from my account.
Oh, just
that's from my account.
Because you're retweeting
Yes,
stuff, though.
yes, retweeting.
Right,
you
he's
make
retweeting stuff.
You comment and retweet. You retweet, or you put up original content. Right, that's what you do. But everybody, listen. In my book, everybody needs to be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then LinkedIn. And then there's other ones after that. Pinterest is probably number 5. That's great too. That's with the Pinterest boards. You know Pinterest?
I know what Pinterest
That's
is,
a cool thing as well too. So, but you really need to be on the big 4, and you need to be active.
And
now, do you think though that socializing becomes a? For me, it's like I'd rather have. If I want to reach out to someone, I'll reach out to them. But if not, I don't.
Well, how do you reach out to them?
I text. Or I call, or I make a lunch date, or I get.
But you're not the type of person that says,
I'm
at the bar.
I don't. I
here's
don't
my
need
dinner.
to show my life.
I don't check it.
Well,
I have stalkers
and I grew up in the age of that, and I saw it, and I saw how it can kind of like affect different social aspects of your life.
Well, naturally, there's a. I'm sorry, Carrie. Go.
No, go on.
There's naturally a huge difference between how a young person or an individual is going to promote themselves as opposed to a business, a nonprofit. It's like apples and refrigerators in a way.
It is.
Right?
Everybody has to do it a little different. But again, everybody's promoting something. Even like you don't have to take a picture of every meal you have and put that out there. You have to let everybody know where you are, right?
Right.
So and it's it's just like listen on the radio. You know, if you turn on the radio, you start your car, and all of a sudden there's somebody else who's driving the car in your family, and you're like, oh, I hate that. You know, you're not going to sit there and listen to it and just berate at, yell at the radio for 10 minutes. What are you going to do? You're going to turn the channel.
Right.
So when you're on Facebook, scroll down. I hear time and time again people say, oh my God, I got to see what they're reading. They like 5 minutes of berating the person of what they put on there. All you have to do is scroll down. Why even make a comment? So you don't have to do that. But everybody's promoting something. And as I say, if you're not promoting yourself or your product or your company, then promote a good cause. There's plenty of them on there. Promote laughter saves lives. Promote, I have a charity, Warriors for a Cause. Promote that. Promote anything that helps other people do good.
Well, let me ask you a question, because I used to be in media and publishing.
Sure.
And I was in market research. And I used to hear all the time people like too much content, too much. When you tweet that often, like I try to only go on Facebook and send 1 or 2 out a day so that I don't dilute.
Well, listen, when you say dilute, so there's ratios, and when you say dilute, I mean, I didn't check your account yet, but, if you have, and I don't know how many followers you have, you could have thousands and thousands, right? But most people, the average is 200 to 300.
Nah,
so,
I'm in the thousands.
Okay. So,
I'm a huge star.
He just got back from Korea.
Let me see on here. Hold on.
All right, I have 1,100.
Okay, there you go.
It's over 1,000.
So, but you know what? That's great, by the way. But you're not diluting it, because it's not like you have like millions of followers, right? So don't worry about that, because everybody's doing it, and you should retweet something, then like something, and then retweet something with a like. You can make a comment and retweet it, because not everybody sees everything that you put out there. That's another misnomer. Everybody thinks that whatever I'm tweeting or I'm retweeting, like, oh, everybody's going to love this. Well, everybody might love it, but they're not going to see it from your account.
But somebody, all my friends get, because my videos are fantastic.
Right.
I do very funny, awesome I'm the top impressionist in the country. So why aren't they getting all of my videos? That angers me, because they're being denied the brilliance of my material.
If somebody that says, I love what Santo does, and I want to look at his videos, they can go there and look at everything he put out. If they could reach,
they can just click on your account and look at it.
A lot of people do that because they're smart.
There you go.
But shouldn't they automatically get it?
No, not automatic. So the way the algorithms work, you have to be, I guess in a nutshell, to save time, you have to be active with each other. So if you're active with my account, first of all, we have to follow each other. Say we're on
Right.
Twitter. If we don't follow each other, that's a problem right from the start.
Right.
Very few people are going to see it from each of us. If we follow each other and then we're active with each other, if I retweet something from you, you do it from me, reciprocate. And that's a big thing. If somebody's following you, I mean, unless they're a crazy person or
Right.
they,
I have
they're
those,
wacko,
too, yeah.
don't follow them back. But otherwise, I hear just
He's
all
got
day long.
900 crazed people.
People
out of
say
the
to me,
1100.
"Oh, I don't even know, Rich. I don't even know this person. I can't believe it." And they go like this, and I go, "What did you do?" They go, "Oh, I deleted the request on Facebook." And I'm like,
Right.
"Why'd you do that?" "Oh, I don't know them." I go, "Aren't you selling real estate?" And they go, "Yeah." And I go, "But I don't even know that person." I go, "But maybe the person was looking,
Right.
to have you sell their house."
I am guilty
So-
of that. I am guilty of that.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
I'll
you
see.
gotta be careful.
I'll
You should
see.
post some personal
But
stuff.
I
Well,
started
don't
out
post
that you
personal
got to be
stuff.
careful. You got to vet them out. You got to vet
Rich,
everybody out.
that's a problem too, because I know at times, and I don't know how I do it because it doesn't happen all the time. Oh, I see you're in CVS. Go, what? How the frick you know that? I forget to shut off that setting, right?
Well,
What is-
location services, but I got to tell you. So I'm going to tell you. So I get it. And people, listen. You're going to do what you want. Everybody's their own person, right? And they got their own beliefs and their own whatever they got going on. You might be on parole. I don't know. You don't want
No,
to.
but we're big,
I understand.
You'll have women, following.
I know
you.
lines, scores of women, waiting
They'll be
outside the
all over
CVS
the
store.
place.
I
I
understand
have
that.
no women following.
No, he turns them all down, but he's huge. He's a
Okay,
big
Brett,
star.
hold on. I gotta
go home
A few
in-
more
in
people.
a
Hold on.
half
Listen to
hour.
this. Charlie Robato.
Yes.
Charlie, great bocce ball player, by the way.
I love bocce.
Also
I
a
love
member of
bocce.
my St. Anthony's Fathers Guild. Hi, how you doing, Charlie? Dave
Charlie.
Gallagher. Thank you, Dave. By the
These
way,
are all
Dave,
his. I
a
don't see
top
this.
Dave Gallagher, a top detective, Suffolk County.
How many of these people are you going to invite to the
Oh my
gala?
God, Mary Jane, thank
Rich.
you. Wendy Meyer, thank you. Bob Froelich, my Aunt Susan in Georgia.
Susan.
Aunt Susan, I
Hey,
love you.
Susan.
Hey,
I
Aunt
love
Susan,
you, Aunt
we love
Susan.
Aunt Susan.
Lou Camiso, the head of Briarcliff
Anybody
College.
from Albuquerque? I'm going there tomorrow.
Albuquerque.
I'm going to Albuquerque.
So
tomorrow.
look, where's Albuquerque?
I
So-
don't see
Mexico.
them on-
Gloria Glowacki, thank you, dear friend. And
Where
Stony
are you
Brook.
seeing? I don't see any.
Well, how
They're
come we
all
don't
over
see them?
here. I
Now,
don't
how
know.
come we don't see
See,
them?
they're all on here. Look, see? Look at
All right.
that. Pretty cool, right?
Rich, can you come on the show like every week
Maybe
for the
they're
next
only
11
on
years?
his account.
Yes. My agent is right outside.
My
the door.
daughter makes me crazy. Is there any with this snap crap, I call it?
Snapchat.
You know,
Snapface?
I
What
gotta-
is it? Snapface?
with
Is there any benefit to Snapchat? What is it? Just a picture, right?
It's millennials. Snapchat's millennials.
Yeah.
They're not on Facebook anymore. They're on Snapchat. So
true.
that's
That
where
is true.
that's where they are. I do have some people, in our not you, but our age group, that are on Snapchat. And
She's 60. She looks
yeah.
great. She looks great.
Hot
You
looking.
should have said thank you. Did you say thank you?
She's a hot looking 60. I'll
yeah,
tell you.
really.
so I'm not on Snapchat. So
Neither am I.
I'm on the almost all the other ones, and I'm very active, but I have not jumped on that. I'm still debating whether to do
For
it.
a comic, should I be on Snapchat?
You know what? Listen, I think maybe you could be on Snapchat, but I think you got to get Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn down first before
I
you
hear
get
you.
on Snapchat.
Now, I was told to ask you this question,
Yes.
and it's funny because
Okay.
my day job is digital analytics.
Yes.
And I actually had an interview with Cambridge Analytica.
Okay.
And I did not continue the interview process because basically the office had been raided by the FBI, their parent
Right.
company, SM Group, I believe, is
Right.
their parent company.
Okay.
They do a lot of counterintelligence work. I think
Yes.
the former spooks, CIA, MI6 type people. I ended up not going
Right.
there. But they were at the heart of this hyper targeting. Now, I was interviewing for the commercial, non-political side. They wanted to get more involved in travel and airline research. So that was my expertise.
Okay.
Now the company's out of business because they was shut down by the government, basically, because of the privacy standards on Facebook.
Right.
What can people do to make sure that their information is not being shared if they don't want it, or if they only want to share certain information? What do they have to do?
Well, let's
on
say
Facebook
so. That's a
to
good
avoid that?
question, and I have to tell you. So people ask me that a lot, almost every day. Everybody's worried about privacy. Now, on the big picture, I'm worried about privacy. On social media, though, I'm probably one of the most transparent people on social media, and I'm very active. I'm on all the platforms that I said before. And you know why I do that and I'm transparent? Because I'm trying to sell real estate.
Right.
So when I hear people, I say, I looked on Facebook, I didn't have your cell number. He goes, I wouldn't put it on Facebook, on About,
Right.
right? Now, I said, well, that's the whole idea. You're on a social media platform. I said, I'm trying to get a hold of you. I said, maybe there's some business and I can't get to you. And they said, yeah, I don't want anybody to know that. I'm trying to lay low. I said, okay, you're laying very low. You're so low, I can't get a hold of you.
Practically buried.
And you're not going to do any business. So that's my philosophy. Can other people see my cell phone number? Yes. I want them to see it. Can they see my email address? Yes, I want them to see my email address. Do I put location services on? Yes, I want them to know, because the whole thing about social media, you know, it's not, I just can't put up all my listings on social media, on Facebook or Twitter and Instagram, and I infuse them in between all the personal stuff, because people, my philosophy, I've been networking a long
They
time.
want to get to know you.
People
want
to know you. They want to be able to feel like they're touching you, but they're not real physically. They're touching you through social media.
Right.
So in order to do that, you have to give them the information. And not only that, but I do the same thing. When I go to pages and I can't get to their cell number, I can't see certain pictures that said picture not available. You know why that is? Because they put privacies on there, and you can't see them. And I'm like, well, that's the whole point.
Do you have 2 cell phones, or you only have 1?
No, 1 cell phone.
When I worked in publishing, I had 2 cell phones, and it was great because I would have, you know, one of my customers was Airbus.
Right.
I was in San Diego.
Yeah.
Airbus is like 9 hours ahead.
Right.
I'm sleeping. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and Airbus is. I would never want them to have my.
Right. Well, when you're on different coasts, that's a whole thing.
Right. So I like.
I can
having
understand
the
that
2
if you're on
devices.
different coasts. Yeah.
I like having a separate. You know, if I had a work cell phone, I would do, but I can't have all these stalker women having my
You and the
personal
stalker
phone.
women. You and the
stalker
I
women.
get stalked a lot.
Look, she's choking. When you said that.
Sorry.
Rich,
I mean, we're big stars.
1 second. Can I just? I'm just going to read our new sponsor.
Even Pat has stalkers.
All right, let me just read our
Oh,
new
go ahead.
Established in 2003, MCM Duct Cleaning, Inc. is the end result of many years of research, continuing education, and determination. We're talking about Matt Nichols, who was here last week.
He was awesome.
Awesome guy, our new sponsor. They do HVAC systems for over 13 years, private residential systems, and now expanded to both Suffolk and Nassau, provide services both residential and commercial. Their goal is to be the #1 source for HVAC cleaning and provide high quality service, not only the first time, but every time. MCN Duct Cleaning, give Matt a call, 631-885-5736.
Say it again.
That's 631-885-5736. Matt at MCN Duct Cleaning. Great guy. Also wants to help us out with the foundation.
Thank you, Matt.
He's just a good guy.
And he's going to be the premier sponsor for the gala?
He is going to definitely be a sponsor on the gala.
The big sponsor?
We're going to get somebody much better than that. Rich is going to help me.
Thank you, Mike Garassi. Thank you, Michelle Zier. He's got a whole bunch of more people coming in. Yeah.
Now, why are you seeing it on your? Well, this is a different thing. This is the typical social. But why isn't he seeing those responses on there? Are you on the site or are you on my side?
I don't know. I'm on live.
Okay.
I'm on it, and these are all people that I invited. So maybe on here it's just because I'm seeing it because these are the people that I invited.
Oh, you
and
invited them.
I shared it, but I invited it.
Oh, he invited
it might
people.
Be separate.
How do you invite people?
So
By
everyone
tagging
here, every time you go on, you guys need to invite everybody. So right before you start, you can invite everybody.
How do you
You can invite group when you press
tag?
share. When you press share,
Yeah.
it pops up. All your people popped up to invite, and you can also invite groups.
You got to show us that. You got to show us that.
Okay,
So you have to create a group.
along those lines,
Bob, are you familiar with that? How to invite people? Yeah, you can do it. Okay.
We've confirmed.
All right, we'll do.
We have to hire a 13-year-old kid to come in here and tell us
Well,
what
Rich.
You went live on your own.
Yes.
Which he should have went.
Oh, you're live, not.
So are we.
Right. Because that's
No,
what he said.
I
just,
know what he did. He
yeah,
did live.
Yeah.
We're not live? We're live.
We're
You
live,
are.
but we're not
He went
using
on
live.
his own. He
Yes.
should have been inviting everybody to.
Yes.
Oh,
he's live.
Yes.
All right.
So how many viewers do you have on yours? Because then we have to add them together.
Thousands.
Thousands.
All right,
And we
listen,
have
what are
400.
you, after the show tonight, one of you guys are going to be fired and Rich is going to be added to the show. Definitely.
I can't get fired. I've been fired 6 times from this
So it'll
show.
be easy to fire you.
And I got the
Rich.
off
Well, you know
camera.
Kerry's not going to be fired.
No,
All
of
right,
course
so-
not.
Rich.
So I'm fired again.
Besides the followers, what do you recommend besides us getting funnier for Laughter Saves Lives going forward?
We're
as
not-
far
we're
as
not gonna get any
to get our
funnier.
exposure better. And I don't want John touching me. I didn't like that before. I don't like
Did I
that.
touch?
No, I don't want you to.
All right.
No. What do you recommend as far as us getting our brand out there better?
So you have to promote it long before 5 minutes before the event. I mean, like when you leave here tonight, you have to now go into your personal pages on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and LinkedIn, and say thank everyone, thank everyone, thank everyone out there for tuning in right now, and please tune in every week at 8 p.m. right on Tuesday nights and see the crew. And you have to promote that constantly.
And then share the show again.
Yes, and continually share it, and get the link out. Get the link out to Strong Island Radio and Television link. Get the link, and in that, of course, you put the flyer for Laughter Saves Lives. You put the links or the flyers to your gigs coming up or whatever you're promoting. That's what you need to do.
All you have to do is put your fat finger on the share button again tomorrow and do it.
And you need to get more followers and more on Twitter, and you need to get more friends on
But we
Facebook.
also have to make the show interesting.
Yes.
Well, this is
content.
Personally, I think this is an interesting show.
This is a very interesting
All right,
show.
and these are the type
And
of
we
guests.
had very little to do with it. I'm a little worried
Well,
about
speak for yourself. But these,
No,
these are
we
the,
brought in the right person.
that's the key that we
Bringing
can.
in the
And
right
listen,
person.
we can sing the national anthem to open up every show if you want. You know, you could do something like that.
That would drive people away.
Yeah, that's maybe not. I'd rather have John touch me than sing.
I sing like a pregnant yak, so I don't think we want to.
Okay, so now
Maybe get Robbie Rosen.
But maybe we could get somebody who knows how to sing.
Robbie Rosen.
Robbie Rosen from WFAN?
No. Remember the on TV on the show. He's one of the finalists in one of the singing shows.
Oh yeah. Oh no, we have some pretty good guests coming up with pretty interesting topics.
He doesn't live
In fact,
far.
next week.
We've been getting some real interesting
Next week.
people.
What's next week?
Next week I have JJ Boyd coming on. All right, and we're going to be talking about this craze not craze, but these bands that perform all over the country, which JJ is big with. These are kids that maybe didn't make the sports team, didn't get scholarships, whatever, and they're dedicated to this. There's a whole, I don't want to call it cult, but a whole group of organizations out there across the country where this is their outlet. And these kids practice hours and hours every day for these competitions.
And JJ always says they're in the hot uniforms in the hot sun.
Yeah, they're very dedicated though. So I think that should be an interesting topic. But back to social media.
Back to social media.
So the other thing is, besides Facebook and Twitter, which is most everybody talks about, but Instagram is so huge now, and that's that's like where you put your best pictures on there.
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook you can create an album, and we all put up you can put 3 pictures, you can put up 10 pictures, 20 pictures. You do that. A lot of people just throw everything up there. So a few things. One, before you put up pictures anywhere, take the picture, edit it. I never put a picture up. People say, "Hurry up, get that up there right now!" And they want it, they want it, right away.
What do you mean by edit the picture?
You got to edit the picture.
Make sure it's cropped
it's usually crop it. It's usually dark. Make it lighter. You want to make it vivid. It takes 5 seconds, really, 5-10 seconds.
It's built into
and then
your phone.
put it up. That is crucial because
Okay.
people put up pictures and nobody's looking at them because they're horrible. They're just bad pictures, or they're so far away they don't crop it. And then another thing, they crop it and then it gets so pixelated you can't even make out what it is.
Right,
But on Instagram, you put up one great picture at a time. And you don't put 5 in a row. You put a few times a day on Instagram, you put up great pictures. Now, you can put it, say if we took pictures here, or we're at an event. So say at your fire event, the comedy event this weekend, and you take 25 pictures, and you have 3 or 4 really good pictures. You could put them in Instagram, and you could put 4 pictures up on one. So you guys on Instagram? No.
No.
So
I'm not.
I knew that.
No, I don't.
So there's a way to do that too. But Instagram is like the best. Put your best pictures up there. It's usually
just pictures,
it could be-
Instagram?
you can put captions on them, but you put really good pictures on there.
I'm on Instagram.
So it
You
doesn't
use
have
that more
to,
than Facebook?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the night
Hey,
of the
Shelbert.
show.
Right.
You could do it 3 days later and make sure
You
that
can do that on anything.
No, but like we always post it right away in real
Yeah.
time. You could get some really good pictures with a real camera.
Yeah.
And then post them 3 days later.
Well, listen, it's funny. This is another thing. Real cameras. So this is a real camera.
Right, these
And I
days,
can tell you that now. I have a 6 Plus. I'm waiting for. I'll give a little info. There's like on Twitter, you can go to Mac Rumors, and you can go to Apple Rumors, and all these kind of sites on Twitter. that the new phones will be out sometime in September, October, and they're coming out with the new set of iPhones, and they're going to come out with, right now the top phone now is the anniversary phone or the iPhone X, right? But it's smaller. I have a 6 Plus, and they're now going to come out with the newest phone in a plus size. And I got to tell you, I tell everyone this. If you're doing social media, and I think you should be, if you're selling something or promoting, or listen, even if you're getting on, listen, I just had a birthday. I'd rather not say how many years it is now, and it gets tougher to see. It's a lot easier when you have a plus. And you're doing social media, first of all, especially me with my big thumbs and hands. It's so much easier. Get the plus. It fits in your pocket. It's not a problem. I even have a Mophie on it. You have a case on it there, Pat. I have a another built-in battery because I use it so much. It's great. But the portrait setting on the iPhone X right now is spectacular. I mean, you think it's a $2,000 camera. It's spectacular. Not even good or great. It's spectacular. And the new one will be even better. So the pictures, I mean, just get it, do it, and practice. Another thing is, people are taking selfies of themselves. But, years ago, I started coming out doing group selfies. Now, I can get it. You see it. I have pictures on my sites. We have one of our fundraisers for Tunnel to Towers before we all leave from Long Island.
Oh, by the way, Tunnel to Towers, we're going to
Tunnel to Towers, September 30th, last Sunday of the month. That's one of the two big events that my charity, where I'm one of the co-founders and the director, Warriors for a Cause, and we're based out of Mineola. And we have people all from Long Island. We bring in all the Long Islanders to walk or run in the Tunnel to Towers, which is probably the biggest 9/11 charity. And it gets the second biggest event next to the New York City Marathon, over 30,000 people last year.
I was telling Barbie about it.
And we bring in busloads of people. We stage in Mineola. We take everybody in. But before we leave, we close down Jericho Turnpike. We get hundreds and hundreds of people out on there with all our orange shirts for Warriors for a Cause. Everyone will be in our group, and we the two fire trucks there with the buckets drop the American flag, and we get everybody in front of it on the street.
Cool.
And the photographers and press get up on the ladders, take pictures, and then I do the world's biggest group selfie. I get on the ladder and do this and get hundreds and hundreds of people in the picture with me and post that. And those are the kind of things that you need to do.
Wow. Yeah.
And
That's great.
it's a beautiful thing. But more importantly, we raise a lot of money for Tunnel to Towers, the Steven Siller Foundation. We do it every year. We're the second largest group there. The first largest group is the West Point Cadets. They bring down a lot of cadets. I mean, endless buses of cadets. We're the second biggest group. So anybody on Long Island that would like to join us and walk, most of us walk.
I'm going to do that.
It's only a 5K, but it's tremendous.
Oh, it's a fun day.
It's incredible.
It's a fun day.
And
what's 5K in miles?
It's three little over 3 miles. Yeah, it's great.
It's a fun day, and like when you turn the corner, usually Gary Sinise's band is playing, Lieutenant Dan
Yes,
band.
Joe Piscopo is usually the MC every year.
It's a fun
and
day.
after we go through the finish line, we stay there for about an hour. Everybody get a feel of everything that's going on there, take in the experience. We get everybody back on the buses right there in Manhattan. We start at the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, and then the buses will meet us there on the Manhattan side. An hour afterwards, we get everybody on the buses. We come back, and one of our co-founders, a dear friend of mine, Tony Librano, he has his staff
What
there
restaurant?
in Mineola from Piccolo Bussola.
Bussola.
But
That's a good
we
place
stay
for
we
eating
stays at Chaminade
Meals
High
included.
School. And when we get back there, his staff is there with a hot and cold after-event luncheon for everybody when they get off. Hundreds and hundreds of
Now, let
people
me tell you, the
get off
race-
the buses and has a whole Piccolo Bussola
The
luncheon
race
set up.
itself, now it's about $55. Next month it'll be $65. It goes up to about $100 for race day.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. With Warriors for a Cause, we charge, it's $100 a person. $60 go to the Steven Siller Foundation, and the other $40 goes to pay for the transportation and the buses, the shirt. We
Breakfast.
get the number for everybody. We have a cold breakfast in the morning there, and all kinds of stuff for people. And then when you get back, the lunch in there. It's $100. Because the biggest problem was, and we realized this about 5-6 years ago when we started it, was that everybody said to me, we'd like to come in, and all of us in our group, everybody, all our friends told us they would love to come in, but very few did it. First time we did it had 57 people, I think.
Yeah.
And the reason was because when everybody would drive down to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, we stage at the IKEA down there, and I mean, there's 30,000 people. It is crazy.
I
So
did it
people
twice.
people
I did
have
it
to
twice.
park your car 2-3 miles away, walk all the ways there, craziness. Go through the tunnel, go to Manhattan, do all that, and when you're done with that day, you want to collapse. And now they have to get back to their cars in Brooklyn.
Yep.
So we said, oh, how about we take everybody, we'll have them breakfast, get their number for them, and take them down there, do the event, bring them back on a chartered AC bus, and have a great luncheon for them. And
it's great. So Rich, we got 1 minute left. We got 1 minute left.
Right.
The money for the Siller Foundation, if you're not familiar with it, is used to build houses for veterans.
Severely disabled veterans. And we have one. The first one will be on Long Island in Melville.
Oh, nice.
We will be giving the keys to an Army Ranger who's severely disabled, probably in a few months. And Warriors for a Cause is working with them, along with a lot of other
And how do people sign up to give all the contact information for that?
Just go right to me. Just get a hold of me through Facebook, Twitter, or whatever.
And get a hold of us, and we'll turn them over to you.
Yes, and please attend. Laughter Saves Lives. We're going to everybody
Saturday
be there.
night. We Baldwin Fire Department.
We'll post your contact information in the comments after the show.
Yeah, Darcy Novick does it with him too.
Yes, Darcy is Darcy's one of our warriors.
We'll do a Laughter Saves Lives event.
Yes, Manny, Darcy, they're all.
Saturday night, Baldwin Fire Department for Michael Doland benefit comedy show. The Laughter Saves Lives team will be there. Thank you for tuning in, and we're going to the Massapequa Diner. Good night, everybody. Good job. Good job. Excellent.
All right, thanks for having me.
You got a lot of good information out there. Kidding?
Hams,
right?
Popcorn and peanuts. We're working the stands. Pink cotton candy. Love on a stick. Was chasing the beer. The trick of the lips.